In the year 364 AD, the Council of Laodicea issued a decree that would shape the next 1,700 years of Christian history. The Council declared in Canon 29 that Christians must not Judaize by resting on the Sabbath, and if any shall be found to be Judaizers, let them be anathema from Christ. With that sentence, something decisive happened. The church did not simply drift from its Jewish roots, it legally distanced itself from them. To follow Jesus increasingly meant stepping away from Jewish identity. For nearly 2,000 years, that separation felt permanent. But in our lifetime, something unexpected has happened. In 1948, there were fewer than 25 known Jewish believers in Jesus in the land of Israel. Today, that number is estimated to exceed 30,000 in Israel alone, and more than 350,000 worldwide. This is not a minor shift, it is a historical reversal. So how is this modern movement bridging a divide that once seemed irreversible? The first bridge is theological. For centuries, much of the church embraced what became known as replacement theology, the idea that the church had replaced Israel in God's plan. Over time, this shaped an image of Jesus that felt detached from his Jewish context. Messianic scholars, such as Dr. Arnold Fruchtenbaum and Dr. Michael Brown, have pushed back against that narrative. Their argument is simple. You cannot fully understand the fruit of Christianity if you disconnect it from its Jewish roots. They point to Ephesians 2, verse 15, where Paul speaks of the Messiah creating one new man out of two, bringing Jew and Gentile together, not erasing one in favor of the other. In a Messianic congregation today, you might see a Torah scroll lifted and honored, followed by a reading from the Gospel of John. That visual alone challenges centuries of separation. It reminds Christians of something often forgotten. Jesus was not a Roman invention. He was a Jewish rabbi announcing the kingdom of Israel's God. The second bridge is cultural. For centuries, Christian and Jewish calendars moved on separate tracks. Christians observed Easter and Christmas. Jews observed Passover and Tabernacles. Messianic Judaism has reintroduced many believers to the biblical feasts, not as replacements for Christian observances, but as their foundation. Take the Passover Seder as an example. In traditional Jewish practice, a piece of matzah called the afikomen is broken, wrapped in linen, hidden away, and later brought back. Messianic Jews see in this pattern a striking parallel to the gospel narrative: broken, buried, and brought back. By celebrating these feasts, Messianic congregations reconnect Leviticus to the Gospels. They present the Hebrew Scriptures not as a closed chapter, but as a framework pointing forward. In doing so, they help both communities rediscover a shared story. Then there is the question of scale. In Romans 11:25, Paul speaks of a partial hardening of Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles comes in. For centuries, the number of Jewish believers in Jesus remained extremely small. But something shifted in the modern era. After 1967, the year Jerusalem was reunified during the Six-Day War, the number of Messianic congregations in both Israel and the United States began rising sharply. While interpretations differ, the growth itself is undeniable. What was once a marginal movement has become a visible presence. From a historical perspective, the separation that began in the 4th century is no longer one-directional. The bridge appears to be forming from both sides. As the theologian Karl Barth once observed, the Bible is a Jewish book, and it cannot be read otherwise. So Messianic Judaism presents itself not as something new, but as a recovery of something ancient, the original Jewish context of faith in Jesus. Whether one sees it as prophetic fulfillment or historical development, the movement represents a remarkable convergence after centuries of division. And for the first time in many generations, the idea of one new man is no longer only a theological concept. It is a lived reality.